too much time. Now I'm here and crying. And I don't think he's coming back. Been around the world and
Hey, yo, Sway, you destined for greatness, bro.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Breaking the Silence with Arthur, Nikki, Nicole, where you can unleash your inner voice. I started my journey with the Breaking the Silence podcast to bring awareness to entrepreneurs, artists, authors, poets, and more. The goal is to connect one person at a time so we all can win. Today, I'm excited to have someone as a guest of my family. Damiene Rogers was born and raised in Mullins, South Carolina. Mullins, stand up. I love it when people from my hometown come into my platform. He is married to the most beautiful woman named Christian since 2011, and they have two beautiful children, Chauncey and Damiene Jr. Damiene is a real estate consultant with a background of broadcasting and sales management. In his spare time, he loves to cook. So everyone, please welcome to the stage my family, y'all. Damiene Rogers. Hello, cuz.
What's up? What's going on, cuz? How's everything? That was a beautiful introduction. Amazing.
Thank you. So tell us a bit about what inspired you to pursue a career in real estate.
Oh man, I went to this conference that someone told me about in Columbia where Eric Thomas was speaking. It was actually a gentleman from Mullins that held the conference by Cody Presley. And I saw this is the first time I didn't know him. This is the first time I met him actually. And then I saw him bring Eric Thomas to Columbia and he was doing real estate. And I saw somebody that looked like me that was doing real estate that made me believe. So I believe I could do real estate as a career.
Wow. Because I knew you was in broadcasting for a little bit, and I was
hmm
like, now broadcasting and real estate is not the same. So what caused him to do that?
Yes, at the time, so I worked in television for about 5 years. I did digital arts when I went to school. I wanted to learn about, the movies, how to make those things, and video. So I went locally. I did an internship and got hired when I was in college at Horry Georgetown Tech, and I started working at WNBF News as an intern, and they hired me within 2 weeks.
Wow.
Um, yeah, that was amazing. Uh,
Right.
I started as a production tech, and I got promoted all the way to director there. So I directed the morning news. So at 5 and 6 o'clock morning news, I directed.
Mm.
I was there. Had to be to
And
work at 2:30 a.m.
oh, I was going to say AM.
a.m.
Oh,
Oh
so
yeah.
that might be the reason why you shifted careers because 2:30 a.m. in the morning.
Ooh, yeah. It was real. It was real. And whenever my son was born, I knew I needed more money. That's when I shifted over to Verizon. In the sales job, that's when I learned sales, you make more money. And they had the
Right.
benefits there as well. That's how I learned to communicate. So I chose it, of course, to make more money, but I wanted to enhance my communication skills. Being able to talk to people on a day-to-day basis, talking about products, learning about products and explaining them, learning about earning the right to be able to talk and present products to people.
Wow, that's awesome. So, what do you think is the best part about being a real estate consultant?
Um, Helping people. The knowledge and the thing about real estate, everybody's already doing it.
Hmm.
You live somewhere already right now. And real estate is the number one tool that makes millionaires in this country. It's about real estate.
Hmm.
When went to that convention that they had in Columbia, it made me a believer because they talked about every aspect from the investing, from the even working in what I do. I'm an agent. I'm a real estate agent. I work with investors and average people buying homes every day. So investors are average people. So even if you're buying a home, you're an investor.
Hmm. So you talk to people like, for instance, if someone wants to buy a home, they would go to
Mhm.
you, and then you'll walk them through the process of getting that home for us credit and everything.
Correct, correct. So what we do is whenever somebody wants to talk about getting a home, I had a consultation with them. I schedule that on my calendar, and we have a consultation, and we go through everything that is needed to buy a home. So in order to buy anything, it's a transfer of goods. You got to have money, right? If you
Mhm.
don't have money, if you don't have the cash to do it, you have to finance, which the majority of people finance it. So I lead and guide them to the people that's going to help them finance, and I'm the actual negotiator too when it comes to buying the property. My the purpose of real estate is to have the public's best interest at hand. So that's
Right.
why we are here as agents. We're trying to help the public.
So, I mean, what have you ever come across people that come in there and maybe they have the money, but they don't have the
Mhm.
credit? I mean, can they still buy a home?
Yes, they can. They can. There's traditional ways and there's non-traditional ways. Now, if they don't have the credit, you may have to put a little more money down if you got the
Mhm.
money. But when we're talking about money, you're talking about like tens of thousands of dollars, right?
Mhm.
So say you got because not this day and age where we living in right now, 10 and 20,000 is really not that much money, especially when you're looking at homes that are three or four hundred thousand
Mm.
dollars,
Right.
right? Typically, if you don't have those funds, you want to have at least 20 to 25% to put down, and you may be able to negotiate. Done deals where you don't go through the bank, you go through the person. You just have to put a high percentage down. They usually want like 20%.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay. So, what factor, some important factors that buyers and sellers should consider when choosing a real estate agent to work with?
You want to be able to, communication is one of the best things. Being able to communicate with them. Whenever you call them, will you be able to talk to them that same day or the day after? Will they respond to you? Do they know your market where you're living at or where you're looking at when you're going to buy or sell? Um, how well versed are they into marketing? You have to be able to market the properties if you put them up. You got to know the area and where you're selling at. So being a native of the area also is my competitive advantage. I know the
Right.
Grand Strand and PD very well.
Hmm. Well, that's definitely a plus for you because you can get deals locked in quicker because you do know the area.
Yes, yes.
So, what do you think is the most vital part about buying?
And whenever you're buying, you know where your money is going. So I always use myself as an example. When I bought my house in 2013. And anytime you buy a house is a great time because it's great to go ahead and start knowing where you're putting your money at. You're
Mhm.
building equity. One of the key terms I want everybody to know about when you're buying property is equity. When you rent, you have no equity.
Right.
You can stay somewhere for 5 years, and whenever you move, you don't get any of that money back. It's gone.
Sometimes not even your deposit.
You know what I'm saying? It depends. Somebody you may be renting from somebody. They may like, okay, I'm getting ready to sell this property. You're gonna have to move,
Right.
right? Um,
Hmm.
you can't do anything to the property that you want to because you don't own it. You got to get permission.
Yeah,
One of
exactly.
the best things that you can, when buying a house, you get is equity, right? This is how you build wealth. That's
Exactly.
point blank. It's wealth to build. So that's one of the things. Real estate is a easy tool that you can use to build wealth.
Awesome. Awesome. That's some good advice.
Yes.
So can you share a success story from your career in real estate that you would say that is rewarding?
Yes. I had this gentleman. He contacted me, and he was looking for somewhere to stay. He got a pre-approval. He was ready to go. That gentleman, when I spoke to him, was on a Thursday. We went looking for properties over the weekend, and we were under contract on Monday for a property. He closed on that property 30 days later.
Mm.
He didn't have a house here. He has children. He wanted something to have something to leave his children to. For him to be able to buy that home was life changing for him. Now
Mm.
he has something he's building equity in. The man got a brick house with a front and backyard, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. Now his children, they have a sense of pride on what they can go to and put into. They got something directly that they can leave. He can leave to his children, and they can help build wealth with that. That was one of my best success stories. I got a bunch of them, and I could talk all day about them.
That was awesome, though. You said he was homeless at first.
No, he wasn't homeless, but he had to have somewhere to go.
Okay.
I got another story. It was a gentleman living in a hotel. This was my first transaction. Gentleman living in a hotel. He wanted, and this was during this was in 2020 during the pandemic.
Mhm.
Gentleman, he needed somewhere to stay, and he had cash, but he couldn't find any way because his credit, he didn't have the credit, like you were saying.
Right.
We looked around, and I found a property. The gentleman was in Myrtle Beach. We found a property in Lake City, and we're able to negotiate owner financing. So the gentleman was able to get into this house because he had the cash and was able to buy this house. And actually, with it being non-traditional, he was able to buy the house and be able to close on it within 5 years.
Wow.
Now own it, no more
Ooh,
payments.
no more payment.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that gentleman, man, from him going at the hotel that he was staying at to going into a home from Ohio, and he understand the value of doing that because he was from the city. And he's coming down to the country. He was so excited. He's got a front and backyard. He's talking about growing a garden. This man
Mm.
was ecstatic,
That's how I
bringing his
normally be,
family
though.
down. Yes. He didn't know that we're so comfortable being down here, with all this land. And man, he was saying he was bringing his whole family down here.
But see, that's the thing. Those Northerners come here and they're like, "Oh, it's dirt cheap to buy property here," and they're
It is.
excited about it, But we're looking at
Yes.
what we have in the South, like, "Oh, it's nothing." But you go
Hmm.
try to go upstate and buy a house, you'll see.
Yes. You're
You'll
telling
see.
the truth.
So, what advice would you give to someone that's trying to start a journey as a real estate consultant?
Um, really do the research on it. No, one of the good things is knowing what it takes to be a agent and consultant. I'm a consultant because I'm helping buy and sell and helping people actually in the real estate industry. So I was the start as a real estate agent, a licensed agent, you got to go to school. It's going to take about it took like 3 weeks of school for me. You can go online now. When I went, you had to be in class physically. You couldn't do it online. You had to be there physically in class. So when I went to school for about 3 weeks. You got to pass an exam to take the state and national. So you have to pass the state and national test, and you got to pass the background check and pay the money to be licensed. I say I would say about $2,000 to get started and being able to be a licensed agent. About 2,000, maybe a little less, but that's what it's going to cost you to get started.
Wow. Okay. So they would have to go online for
Hmm.
about 3 weeks and
Yes,
then have at least $2,000 to start off with, so you can get licensed and everything.
correct.
So
Well, they have at your pace classes now too, so you don't have to go the traditional way that they used to. You can go at your own pace as well. So you don't
mm,
have to go that 3 weeks. You can do the hours and the coursework at your own leisure.
okay, okay.
Mhm.
So you're a consultant. So the consultant and the agent is different.
No, so I'm a consultant because I can break down. An agent is just in the box of buying and selling. I help investors. So
Mm,
whenever they're looking at returns, so I can tell them what areas to invest in. If you and agents do a lot of the same things, but I can break down things to a minute level for investors. 'Cause that's my number one bread and butter right now is my investors. Short-term rentals, fix and flips, or buying holds.
mm,
A buy and hold would be you buy it and you hold it for a long time and you rent it long term. Short-term rentals would be Airbnb. What's the name of the other one? Booking.com, on VRBO. Those things of that nature doing short-term rentals, and which we're close to the beach is huge. It's huge all over the country, but
mm.
you make a lot of money in that as well. And the fix and flips, you buy a property that may be distressed or needs some work, you put some money into it, and you put it back on the market and make you an investment off of it, make you a profit.
I know that's right. Ooh. Yeah, that's definitely where the money is. Like you said, fixing it and then flipping it, and
Yes,
selling it to someone. So you basically, your job is basically based off commission mostly.
correct,
So,
correct. Correct. I don't
mm,
get paid till we close.
mm,
And just like with the lenders don't get paid till they close the property. So all of this work we're putting in on the front end, and we're helping the person, whoever it may be, whether it's somebody that's buying, a first time buyer, or a seller that's selling their property and trying to make some money. We're helping them, guide them along the way, and we're taking the stress off of them. People work 9 to 5 jobs every day. They don't have too much time to invest into it. We're doing a lot of that groundwork for everybody.
mm. Awesome, awesome. So as we wrap up our conversation, tell everyone where they can reach you to do
Uh,
business.
yes, you can find me on theblueprintsearch.com. Again, the website is theblueprintsearch.com. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. Damiene Rogers Real Estate or Damien the Realtor is my Instagram handle. You can call or text me 843-892-5807. I'm open for business. I can put you in whenever we talk, I'll send you a calendar link and we can do a consultation. Whatever you need, I can help with when it comes to real estate. Whether you're buying residential, commercial, investment properties, I've done it all.
Awesome, awesome. I think my camera's acting up. I don't know if you can see me or not.
No, I can't see. I see the microphone.
Something flickering. Okay, well, you can still hear me, thank God.
Yes,
So everyone, please, 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 please go out and support. All this information is there on the screen. You can reach
hmm
them by phone, 843-892-5807. The website is theblueprintsearch.com. He's also on Facebook as Damiene Rogers, Instagram,
hmm
Damien the Realtor. Y'all gotta
hmm
support. Go out and support my family. Support them,
yes,
support them, support them.
yes, yes,
If you need some type of investment going, or if you need to, you're interested in buying a home.
yes. I have valuable information for everybody, and I just want to see everybody win. And it's
Absolutely.
for us, especially as a community, we need to start buying property so we can have something to pass down and build some wealth.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We got to start building legacies for everybody.
Straight up, straight up.
But thank you, Damien, for being a part of the Breaking the Silence podcast. I really enjoyed the conversation, and I also learned a lot from what you said as
Awesome,
well.
awesome. I'm glad to be a part of breaking the silence. Appreciate you, cuz.
Awesome. Awesome, cuz. Thank you so much.
All right,
Thank you,
have a
everyone, for listening to another episode of the Breaking the Silence. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Breaking the Silence podcast YouTube channel for updates, new episodes, snippets, and more. At 3 p.m., please join me today with Ms. Brianna Davis. She will take the stage and talk about her journey as a CEO of Get Cool with Bree and her journey as a hairstylist. Remember, when we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. So tune in with me the next time to break the silence together.
Wasted too much